Now, in high definition, the Lowcountry's news leader. This is Live 5 News This Morning.
Now 8:30. Apparently, two of our aircraft collided over the Atlantic.
Breaking news this morning, two Shaw Air Force Base fighter jets collide in midair.
What had happened and who the pilots are.
And we're live downtown at the Charleston Coast Guard Station, where the search continues for that missing pilot. Coming up, I will have a live update.
Good morning, everybody. It's 6 o'clock. I'm Ann McGill.
And I'm Bill Burr. Thanks for joining us today. We start with breaking news this morning of the search for an F16 fighter pilot and his jet.
The Navy, the Air Force, and the Coast Guard all searching for Captain Nicholas Giglio. His jet collided with another F-16 in midair about 40 miles east of Folly Beach around 8:30 last night.
Both were on a training mission from Shaw Air Force Base in Sumter. Captain Lee Bryant was flying the second jet. He was able to land safely at the Charleston Air Force Base. Sheldon Dutez joins us live from the Coast Guard Station downtown with the very latest on the search efforts. Sheldon, good morning.
Good morning, Bill and Ann. We're set up at the Trad Street location for the Coast Guard Station, and this is where a Coast Guard spokesperson says that the boats will be coming in and out of throughout the morning as they help out with that search. Now, in addition to the boats that are helping out with the search, the Coast Guard also has a helicopter that is flying overhead the Folly Beach area to help out with that search. They're focusing their areas on the Folly Beach area, but that's where the plane was last known to be seen, 40 miles off the coast of Folly Beach. Now they've been searching through the wreckage throughout the night, and it's been dark, and the sun hasn't come out yet, which has made it harder for search crews out there. A spokesperson from the Coast Guard says that they are using radar images and night vision to help them out in their search. Earlier this morning, I was over at the Charleston Air Force Base where one of the pilots that was involved in this crash was able to land safely. Here's what their spokesperson had to say.
The aircraft currently has been rendered for the safety investigation. We're not allowed, not even airmen are allowed close to the aircraft. It's been cordoned off to make sure that everything is secured on that aircraft.
Master Sergeant Sean Houlihan told me earlier this morning that the pilot of the other jet was examined by doctors at the Charleston Air Force Base and has been released. We're continuing to follow this story throughout the morning. Any updates that we get over here from the Coast Guard Station, we'll definitely pass it on to you. Bill and Ann?
Sheldon, quick question for you. Do you know if the Coast Guard will send out more search crews later this morning at daybreak?
That has not been confirmed at this time. I will be in touch with the Coast Guard spokesperson, and I'll find that information out for you for our next hit.
One more quick question for you, Sheldon. We saw in some of your earlier video that there was rain coming down during that search. Do we know what the conditions were last night when those planes apparently collided? Have you heard anything about that?
No official confirmation just yet on what the weather conditions were over in Sumter when the planes took off, and there's no official confirmation on what the weather was over in Folly Beach when they were last seen. That's something that there's a lot of unanswered questions at this time, and officials are being a little tight-lipped at this time, but we hope to find out some more information as daybreak comes.
Okay, Sheldon Dutez reporting live for us downtown at the Coast Guard Station on Trad Street. Sheldon, thank you. Now, both jets, as we said, are from Shaw Air Force Base in Sumter. Earlier, we talked to Robert Sexton, the Chief of Public Affairs. He told us what happened shortly after the crash.
The one, as you know, was able to continue flying and landed a few minutes later at Charleston Air Force Base, and the second aircraft we're still searching for. We are still waiting for any kind of word from the searchers who are searching an area about 40 miles east of Folly Beach out in the Atlantic.
Again this morning, both pilots have been identified. Captain Lee Bryant was able to make it back to the Charleston Air Force Base where he was checked out by medical personnel and released. And this morning, the search continues for Captain Nicholas Giglio and his jet.
Now, we have a Raycom News Network crew at the airbase in Sumter. We'll have a live interview with them coming up later in our broadcast.
Well, there have been at least 4 F-16 crashes in the Charleston area since 1990. August 7th of that year, a jet loaded with live ammunition crashed into some woods off Latson Road in Latson. The pilot and navigator made it out safely. July 22nd, 1998, an F-16 from Shaw Air Force Base crashed into the ocean 13 miles southeast of Murrells Inlet. During a training flight, the pilot was rescued. July 6, 2001, a Shaw fighter jet went down during a training mission 40 miles east of Cape Romaine. The pilot bailed out but died before being rescued from the water. April 18, 2005, the Coast Guard rescued 2 pilots who went down in the Ashley River in Charleston. The jet's engine shut down during a training mission and wouldn't restart.